Okay, so why am I doing this one? Because every once in a while I see images in my window on this phone, and there's a particular identity that goes by Teal Swan, and she was talking about, and naturally it puts right there on the window love, and how she talked about how super nice guys are super like narcissistic, right? I'm immediately reminded back when I was a child. Step right there. We know what a shield and a firewall is, right? Okay, start with that. Because this is what I was aware of. I had to make a decision as a small child whether or not I even wanted to make physical contact with anybody on the surface of the planet. In exchange of codes, parasitic codes, and bodily fluids. Go live in the Yukon somewhere and hang out with the bears. Go hang out with the great apes in Africa. Don't have any contact with these people. Then I wouldn't be able to do my job. The source unit, what I call a source unit, you can slice and dice it how many. I experience eternal, pure, absolute love. That's a lot of fire. Ever since I was a little boy, because of what I knew that I was going to experience in the future. I don't want to experience what I'm going to have to experience in the future, because I'm going to experience a lot of unclean stuff. It's impossible that any could ever happen anywhere. And then you realize, well, in the unmanifested field, anything is possible to manifest. Born out of what pure absolute love is. Zero. The zero consciousness field. What do you want to create? Born out of eternal, pure, absolute love. That's a lot of fire. Can't ever put that fire out. Can't ever put that flame out. So when you're in autopilot, automatic transmutation mode, is to burn off anything that's less than what I am. Because I know my sign. I know my signet, my core encryption, my true identity. I am what love is. That's natural immunity. Natural immunity. Natural spiritual immunity. Which is maintaining our purity. A pure heart. Pure energy. Wow, pure consciousness energy. Yes. Now you're with the one. The first field. The unified field. You can't escape that field. That field is always on. That's why my signature has always been since I was a child. Forever and always on. Always on duty. Love and service to others. That fire's always lit. Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? I'm on fire to learn. I'm on fire to create. They're synonymous. And so I try to stay away from all the peripheral stuff, right? Of causality, explaining why this happens in relationships when you're operating in a fallen system. Start with that. We're in a fallen system. So we're all explaining to each other how something falls. Okay, so how do you want to fix it? Right? So it starts with us, the inner us. Otherwise, you want to go around fixing all these other beings? Now we're into control. Grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, the wisdom to know the difference. Displacement in water worlds, fire and ice. States of consciousness, yeah? So I do try and keep it simple, right? Simple is as simple does. Remember Forrest Gump? Yep, love is what love does. It's a natural spiral. It is natural to be in love and service to others. Because you're on fire. The eternal spirit of fire. That's what purifies us. That's what heals us. That's what heals us all. Because you can't ever put that fire out. You can't ever put that love engine out. That love engine is always on. Always creating something new and different that happened before. That's what we see in nature, all the different colors in the birds, all the different shapes and largeness of birds, the different sizes and shapes of clouds, all the bugs, all the animals, everything in our mirror. So yeah, it's all about our mirror, huh? Our mirror, our recordings, what our cells are experiencing by virtue of how we communicate to all the other cells, all the other living spirits, all the other living life forms that are self-aware, units of energy,